Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we finish up our gunboat destroyer line of the Japanese. And make no mistake, this Tier 8 ship, it's fun to play, but it's a little on the tougher side. It is exactly Akazuki in almost every way. I think it has 2 extra torpedoes. Akazuki has 4, and I believe this has 6. Um, and it has some of the same issues outside of speed that the Akazuki has. You get a lot of carrier matches. You get, the ship is long, so you get hit by secondary ships and auto aim quite a bit with it. And it does not turn well. But anyway, let's get into the actually build. And I do like this ship a lot. This is Razu Takanaki. This is just a skin or a Geist. Now, at this tier, I build my setups for basically the entire line. But at this tier, it could be definitely beneficial to run Sims. You do get 3,000 extra health. For me personally, because this is one I use on the whole line, and because I did try using Sims, and personally, I like the extra detection. It's all on your playstyle, guys, on what you like. You're going to see why I like detectability again in this match. It's going to play out in my favor. So we are running Swirsky and Bay. Our skills is contacted imminent, look at me now, perceptive, smoke on the water, and unstoppable. And this is one mistake I made when I was doing this line. I had it on give me speed to try to get more speed out of this line. Wasn't a good idea. Definitely go with unstoppable so you can get that reduced mobility when you're hit and when you have the stuff disabled. For upgrades, I do not have this fully upgraded, but for our mods, we are using Made Battery Traverse, Propulsion mod, and Concealment. And our last slot, even though I learned my lesson on the Kitakaze, I took the on the Akazuki, I did take the reload right away on this one. For your upgrades, the order that I would do them is get your firing range increase up. That's something I always do. Then your hull for that extra health, and the torpedo reload last on this particular ship. For your consumables, you do have the same as Kitakaze, 2 smokes, 2 engine boost, or the same as Akazuki, and 2 reloads. Now, that reloads are a little bit better on here because you do have more torpedoes, but survivability, because this is not upgraded, guys, you can see the health is lower than Akazuki. That's without the upgrades. Keep that in mind. So it does end up having relatively decent health. So basically, we're not as good as a upgraded tier 7 ship right now in this. But you can see the guns are the same to the 3.9 whatever inch guns. The club basically 4-inch guns. You have 8 of them. They reload really quickly, but they don't do a lot of damage. But they're fun to use. I will say that. I do like that about these 2 ships. And for your torpedoes, you do in fact get 6 of them now instead of the 4 on Akazuki. That is basically the biggest difference between the 2 ships. And again, like Akazuki, you do have some respectable AA if you do need it. You're not going to be able just to rely on it. But you, in these 2 ships, for some reason, I've faced a lot of carriers. For the maneuverability, you do have a little bit more speed, but you have that still really bad turning circle. And now at tier 8, which seems to be a common theme for me on tier 8s, is the rudders are terrible on tier 8s for some reason. But I know that does go down to 4.5 with upgrades, or 4.6. And concealment is slightly better. It's 4.9 on Kitakaze. And for your armor, it's a destroyer. You really don't have much. And like I said, this ship is excessively long for a destroyer. So you don't want to take hits unnecessarily in this ship. As we go ahead and start this match and check who we're up against, I do want to say it is disclaimer time. This is a beginner's guide to help out people just learning. this ship or learning the game in general, this is not for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything. There is also multiple ways to build and play ships, so opinions will vary. I am just a above average player. I don't claim to be the best player in the world. I just am a pretty darn good player. So I do make mistakes. You're going to see some in this match. And also, you didn't come to this video to see how to pronounce names, as I am very terrible at slaughtering other beautiful languages. It's almost an art form, so keep that in mind when you're watching this, guys. With that out of the way, we are going to go ahead forward and try to spot here for our team. Again, we are in a carrier match. It seems like a repeating pattern. But this match, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about with concealment. It happens to me a lot, with, especially with my playstyle, where the double concealment, for me, pays off in not being spotted right away. And we are going to go ahead and make our way. We're trying to spot. Obviously, there's a secondary ship on our flank, so we got to be very careful we are not spotted first. And we do have a flounder behind us. I wasn't sure if he was a secondary build or not, whereas Bismarck, most of the time you run across one, they're going to be a secondary build. And because I'm already in his range, we have to be careful. So we want to make sure that if we run across a destroyer, it's on our terms, where we have the advantage. So we're going to spot try to spot the Bismarck for our teammate so he can unload on it. As you can see, I'm letting my battleship know exactly where the destroyer is. You know, like there was something moving our perceptive ability there. That wasn't the battleship, right? So we know the destroyer is moving up, and I keep letting them know, hey, and the aircraft carrier, hey, there's there, because I want to get him spotted so I can actually kill him. We're in the cap. No point in charging in right now to get murdered by secondaries when we can get the cap and go back. Now, however, our Flander is going to be real aggressive here, and it's going to catch him off guard. You know, we were pretty aware of what, you know, as you see, there's a Capri right there. We're going to run into him later. But you see, we're going to get the Bismarck. And here, I actually go ahead and smoke up and shoot because you can see, I thought my carrier was spotting him. But he actually wasn't. So I do stay for a second to try to get my carrier to spot him. Now I realize, hey, I got two destroyers over here. And a Flounder, and you can see our Flounder goes down. So it's me versus two destroyers over here right now. He smokes up over there. We're going to go now, since we don't have to worry about the Bismarck secondaries. You can see I'm making this gigantic turn because this thing does not turn ideally. It's a fun ship, but it doesn't turn very well. We're going to go back, and I want you to pay attention that if I didn't have double concealment here, he would have definitely outspotted me. I'm letting the carrier know where he is. We're going up. We're going to push up on him here. I know exactly right where he is because I have perceptive, and neither one of these destroyers have it that are going against me. So they don't really know for sure where I'm at. They have probably an idea, but you can see clearly at 5.2, if we weren't running double detection, he would have spotted us first. We get the first shot off, and basically that is the trade-off for running detection or not. Already lost, and you're going to see here as he's smoking up because that we're going to go in. We have carrier support. We know torps are coming, obviously. And we're going to go ahead and get in here as you can see he's leaving his smoke. We got spotted there for a second, but we are going to 100% take out all his health. And the carrier is actually going to get the last bit of hit on him there for the end to actually get the kill. But we did fully take him out, basically outside the last like 100 points. And if you notice, we didn't lose any health. But you can see we out-detected him, and I feel like that's the trade-off with different builds, is you might have a different build, And everybody's got their own opinion, but the way I play, this detection definitely helps me out. As you can see there, I'm fully good to go on health. I'm good to go take on the Capri now. And I want you to pay attention to this Capri as well, because I'm going to, again, we're going to go after the Capri now. We need to. And also, I'm going to try to stop this cap over to the left. And like the Akazuki, you want to be switching between HE and AP shells. You have to see which is doing more damage or being more effective. Generally, I'll use HE if something's angled a little bit to me or I want to start fires. But you're going to see we're going to move up. I'm kind of trying to keep an eye because I figure the Capri's over to the right, obviously, as we're kind of losing the match. But there's only one destroyer left. And that's a big key, is I'm trying to get rid of the last destroyer. We've already won our side and got the cap. That destroyer must have came over for the middle, and we're going to take care of him as well. But you can see they are working on getting the B cap. And I am going to go ahead and shoot here. Because obviously he's the closest person. Of course, right when I shoot, then it shows the destroyer is the closest person. Now, real surprised about that, because it switched right there, and I'm glad I didn't get detected. But you're going to see here where double detection trades the hit points that you have with Sims, because this guy is going to have way more health than me. He's going to be a 4 bar. I'm only 3 bars, so it means he's got more health. And by the time he sees where we are at, we already got 2 salvos out and 3,000 damage on him. So it's 100% a trade-off of using Sims or whatever you choose to do. There's not a wrong answer, but for me, you can see why my argument is double concealment, because you spot other people first. Not only do you get the first salvo, but your teammates are the first to see him. And that carrier absolutely trashed me, by the way, if you guys didn't see that. The carrier absolutely wrecks me. Well, we do actually take care of Capri here, but that carrier did a good job. That carrier was a good player. I mean, he got a good hit on me, and Kansas did finish me off, but we did win that battle outright with that Capri, even with the 3 people shooting. And we took out 2 destroyers, won our side, and I figured we were good to go, because all there is we have a destroyer and a carrier against 2 battleships and a carrier, and I thought for sure we were going to win this. But as you can see on the map, our Yugamo, or whatever it was, even though it had full health, just stayed at the back of the map. And sometimes, you're going to play a good match and you're going to lose. And not ripping on the guy, but that was definitely in his ability to win that match. You see, he had a lot of health until, he was playing passively at the back of the map, allowing him to get spotted. That's all up to him. But you can see we clearly won our side. We helped our team. We put our team in a position that we could have definitely won. And, taking out two destroyers, clearing out your whole side is a big thing in getting cap control. As you can see, we had 1,800 in loss, so be like a 2,700 game on a win. But you can see we helped out our team. Anyway, hopefully this helps out, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, folks.